Can you just tell me why you don't believe in the state of Israel?
Well, to begin with, the state of Israel happens to be in total contrast to Jewish belief and Jewish tradition. According to Judaism, the concept of building a sovereign homeland for Jews was totally forbidden. It was never adopted, never accepted amongst Jewish people for 2,000 years. Since the destruction of the Second Temple, we believe, and Jews believe, Jews were required to accept the decree of exile as a divine decree. We did accept it. All Jews throughout all generations, without any exception, accepted the decree of exile as a divine decree, and that we are forbidden to end exile by physical means. Now, creating a state of Israel, to begin with, is contrary to Judaism. This idea was founded not by religious scholars, not by Jewish rabbis. This idea was founded by secular people who hated God, hated religion, didn't practice anything within Judaism. Those people, and only those people, came up with this, what they called a solution to the Jewish problem. Now, in addition to all of this, this would be forbidden even without any crimes to it, even without oppressing anyone, even without harming anyone's property. But when this happened in Palestine, by oppressing an entire people, causing all these catastrophes, all these crimes against an entire people, this is simply not only in contrast to international law, this is truly a violation of Jewish law as well. Now today, when we're dealing with the political prisoners, we're dealing about the hunger strikers, we are standing here in support to those hunger strikers, since we find and we feel and we believe that all what was done to those people is totally wrong. To those individual hunger strikers, to those individual political prisoners, or to those affected from this occupation. This is totally wrong. This is totally embarrassing to our people, the Jewish people, since supposedly all of this is being done in our name. And when it comes to political prisoners, we feel even more, because today as we speak, we have prisoners, Jewish people, religious Jewish people, seriously people who follow our religion, and because of their practice of their religion, they are being imprisoned in Israeli prisons. We have movements going on today in Jerusalem. It's just not yesterday was in the news. One of my friends, his name is Yolish Kraus, he's being imprisoned because of his activism, peaceful activism against the state of Israel.
That's legal? Legal to it's a free society. You're supposed to be allowed to
exactly.
Yeah.
Now, and that is truly criminal. That is truly embarrassing when it's being done supposedly in our name. We stand out in public, and you know this story with the religious Jewish people in Jerusalem. This is not the first incident. This happens all the time.
So we shouldn't have a state. We shouldn't have a country that is.
Well, according to Judaism, we should never have a state of Israel, a Jewish.
And you are collaborating with the devil. That's what you do.
You are collaborating with a violation against God. You are collaborating with those people who turn their back to God, and they drop the religion of your grandparents.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Okay. Your rabbis told people in Europe to stay because no one will destroy them, and then your rabbis led the Jews to destruction. 6 million Jews. Okay, people, you're mistaking. Big tzaddikim. Your rabbis led them to destruction.
You happen to be wrong. I can answer it. I can correct you. Let me tell you, yes, our leaders and our great sages, following our tradition and our religion, following the religion of your great-grandparents, following the religion of all Jewish people.
Yes.
Those people discourage Jewish people of having a part of mass immigration into Palestine, what you call today Israel, because they were seriously religious people, and according to Judaism, that is forbidden.
That's forbidden, so it's better to stay in Europe, right? It's better to be murdered by the Nazis.
I listen to you, and I'll answer you. Now, if listening to our religion would be at the cost of our lives, I am a proud religious Jew that would today give my life for Almighty God. I am going to do that. I'm ready to do that. If you're going to take my life because I follow Judaism, I'll be proud of that.
Okay, so that...
And so should be every Jewish person. And so every Jewish person should follow Judaism, whether it is comfortable or it isn't. Now, you would never be able to intimidate me that the practice of our religion might cause harm.
No, I don't say that.
No, he's not saying that.
Not at all. Not at all.
Israel
I am proud of my great-grandparents that did not follow Zionism, And they did listen to their grandparents, and some of them, thank God, not all of them, some of them were murdered in the Holocaust, and they were Kedoshim, and they went straight into heaven, and we are proud of those
But we
heroes.
have to do ishtadlut, we have to save our people.
Excellent.
Ishamer lenafshecha. Okay?
Excellent.
And we didn't do it, the rabbis didn't do it. They told Jews, stay in Europe.
Excellent.
Okay?
Excellent. We have to do, there are some actions we have to do, but if we want to discuss what we have to do, we should take the time. I'll be more than happy to sit with you for 6 hours, sit down and study, according to Judaism, what we are supposed to do. Not necessarily I must be right, not necessarily you have to be right. We have to sit down and discuss what Judaism teaches. Yes, there is a concept of doing practical terms certain aspects of our lives. Not everything is justified just because we find that that is practical or security. We have to study Judaism. It happens to be, I'll be listening to you in a second. It happens to be that according to Judaism, it's very, very clear, the Maharal Prague, if you're familiar with great Jewish leaders from way back, they taught us that ending exile by physical means is forbidden according to Judaism, even of the cost of our lives.
So what about
I'm just quoting to you.
Okay, what about the other rabbis? I am Sephardi, okay? So what about Sephardi rabbis, okay?
We have to sit down and discuss what Sephardi rabbis wrote. Yes. There was no agreement. There was no disagreement whatsoever before Herzl's time in the late 1800s. There was no disagreement amongst Jews for 2,000 years. No one ever argued in the concept that we are totally forbidden to end exile by physical means. The inventor of this new philosophy was not a Sephardi rabbi, not an Ashkenazi rabbi, not the Orthodox, and not the... It was Theodor Herzl, an outspoken
What about Rabbi Cook? He adopted. Rabbi Cook adopted. He said it's Atchalta de Geula, right? Okay, it's the first. It's a stepping stone before the Geula. That's what
Rabbi Cook, if you're referring to a religious Jewish leader, let me tell you, Rabbi Cook, with all due respect, was one out of one handful of rabbis among an entire Judaism, an entire Jewish nation worldwide. With all due respect. Now, if you choose to follow Rabbi Cook, if you choose to follow that small fringe minority, that's up to you. But don't you say, with all due respect, that Judaism is questionable. Now, we know Judaism,
but at the same time,
let me allow a question.
Because this is only about Jews.
Yes.
I don't have a religion at all. I was born as a consulate. I don't believe in a religion, but I respect all religions. I do. What I see from a lot of religious people, and they are, in my opinion, a little bit extreme, they make problems with each other. And why? Because they don't accept each other. And for me, it's very important. Everyone, doesn't matter the color, doesn't matter the religion.
Excellent.
We have to accept each other to make a little peace in this world.
Let me tell you, this is one of our most important points, and we try to educate this all the time. And I'm not saying this out of theory. I'm saying it's out of experience, my own experience, and then experience that our grandparents, not my personally, but those who lived in Palestine, still today tell these stories, and we still can hear these stories. We lived in Palestine, Jews, Muslims, and Christians, in peace. This is how our people are supposed to conduct themselves. This is how our people did experience their lives, and this is how our people can live in the future. We don't have to hate each other. We don't have to kill each other just because we have a difference of religion. And let me tell you, this is not only the Jewish approach.
You said something before that you was very proud.
No. What I said
for
is,
the religion, that's good. I think it's never
no. Let me tell you.
I mean, when you die.
No. Maybe you got me wrong. What I meant to say is, if somebody wants to argue whether I should give up my religion because I find it not practical, or because I find following my religion dangerous, I would never do that. I would never give up my religion because someone will try to explain to me that following my religion is dangerous. I would be proud to be what I am, to be what my grandparents
But I agree with that, but I'm talking then for everyone. I'm not religious, so nobody wants to change me because
we're not about to change anyone. What we are about, we are about promoting understanding, promoting peace, versus, unfortunately, what we find today: hatred, and crimes being committed one against another, which is not leading any of us any place.
Do you not agree with the state of Israel? Do you think Israel shouldn't exist after the Holocaust?
Let me tell you.
I find this
Honestly, I
abominable. It's the only thing we have.
Let me tell you, I totally understand where you come from. I totally understand your concern. But when you're asking me whether I agree with the state of Israel, let me tell you. I can imagine, and the reason why I can imagine, because I share this feeling. I know exactly how you feel when our grandparents were murdered in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
It's some of us, thank God, survived, and most of us, unfortunately, were terribly murdered. But to begin with, we have to understand: is the state of Israel, first of all, in accordance to our tradition and to the religion of my grandparents that were killed in the Holocaust? Would my grandparents agree with what Israel is doing? That's one question. Second question is, did the state of Israel save us or cause danger and threat?
We were in danger far before the state of Israel.
Let me